Election day is just 12 days away, and in-person early voting starts this Saturday. But there's an issue that often goes unspoken about, yet it affects many thousands of New Jersey's most vulnerable residents. Ray DiFrancesco and Louis Bonilla are residents of New Jersey nursing homes, and they are strong advocates for increasing what is called the Personal Needs Allowance, or the PNA. That's the acronym for it. Now, for those who don't know, and I only found out about this yesterday and I was shocked. This is a small monthly stipend intended to help nursing home residents cover basic personal expenses that are not included in their care. Did you know that toiletries are not included in their care? And basic clothing, even a haircut. We have Ray and Lewis on with us right now. Good morning, Ray and Lewis. Good to have you on.
Good morning, Ken. How are you?
Morning,
I'm
Karen.
good. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen, both. I was shocked. You're living in a nursing home, and I know they ain't cheap. They're getting a lot of money, and yet you don't have the basics. They don't give you toiletries in a nursing home. So talk about the personal needs allowance.
Well, it's an allowance we get every month. It's only $50. It comes from our Social Security check. They keep the rest. And living in the Garden State with cost of living, it doesn't go far.
$50 is like you could spend that in 2 minutes at your local CVS or Walgreens. That's unbelievable. And so the PNA, tell everybody what the PNA covers. It's not just toiletries, right?
Yeah, we actually use the
Um,
PNA for a lot of different things. It's great that you already knew that, people think that everything is covered for us. But when you think about all the things it still has to cover, like clothing, haircuts. Now, yes, we do get toiletries, but the quality is so poor. I would say they're worse than what you would get at a dollar store. Actually, we go to a dollar store to buy toiletries because it's better than what we get. Our food tends to be poor at best and not healthy for us. So often we have to subsidize it with snacks, and snacks from vending machines are very expensive, and also anything we really want that make us kind of who we are, our crafts, the things we love, which Lewis will talk a lot more about, isn't covered. The other thing is P&A is set first by the federal government at a minimum of $35, but then the state can change it. New Jersey's is only $50. We are one of the most expensive states to live in, but we have one of the lowest P&As in the country.
How, I mean, the idea of $50 a month is almost I hate to say it, it sounds like a joke. $50, I could see even 50 a week would be obscenely low, but 50 a month it's like you want to ask people, all right, come here a second, legislators, come here a second. How how often do you go into a CVS or a Walgreens or buy a t-shirt? Pick up the phone and check Amazon and see how much like an Amazon Basics t-shirt is $12 or $11. I guarantee most people who are responsible for figuring out that price have never done that. Because if they had, they would realize this is unsustainable. You can't survive on something like that. So now you're both advocating for change. What would you like to see from the lawmakers in Trenton?
Well, one
well,
thing
we
this
could do a
bill
call
asks.
to action. Your viewers could call your local legislator. Email every call and email makes a big difference. So far, we've gotten bipartisan support, committee votes. We need a floor vote and the governor's signature, and you know, it'll be made into law.
Yeah, so what
Right.
we're trying to do is we're
Yeah.
trying to get the personal needs allowance boosted to $140 a month. And then after that, it will be adjusted with inflation. So right now, in the budget, there's just a flat number amount. And every year it doesn't change. So with Social Security, you get a cost of living increase. Well, we don't. So we'd like to get it set to 140 and after that get it set just like Social Security is reset based on the inflation rate. So we never have to go back and have this discussion again.
Yeah. And this
Haircuts
is
are
just
$20 here.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
$20. And so that's two-fifths of your whole month. And you
right.
still have to make the rest stretch. I mean, Why? I see. I guess maybe it's my misconception. You would think, why doesn't a nursing home provide toiletries? I mean, you would think that's just part of it because they're getting
Well,
I
well,
guarantee they're getting a fortune.
they okay. First, they are getting a fortune. What they provide, they do provide toiletries. Now, let's be honest. But if we sent you samples, you'd be horrified by them. I mean, I talk about it. I literally go to the dollar store to buy body wash because it's better quality than what I get. The mouthwash is horrible. The denture adhesive that people use is really disgusting. The toothbrushes, the quality is worse than they give homeless people. But we get it every day. And they think that's acceptable. And we just say it's not. I mean, one really scary thing is a lot of times we ask for bingo prizes. And instead of asking for really cool things we like, we ask for things like shampoo, which is kind of sad.
It's, I think, beyond sad. That's it's really, really disgusting, actually. And the idea that that this is where we are today, and we're not thinking ahead at what people genuinely need to live a life in what's supposed to be the golden times for many people. I know nursing homes are not only for retirees. Nursing homes are. I have a very dear friend who's 60 in a nursing home because of medical issues, but it's just not a way to have to struggle. You shouldn't be struggling to live your life there, and this is awful. And again, as we said, this is a very expensive place, and you would think that instead of the amount of money that's being given to the nursing home companies, that some of that could go to the residents, a little more than $50 a month to help people out. What would you say that the most challenging, and either one of you could take this, the most challenging part of being in the nursing home? Is it dealing with the day-to-day needs, or what else are the challenges that you would need?
Well, stretching to $50 is really tough. Some of us like to order food, and pizza delivery and drinks is $50 right there. And we have hobbies. I love music. A CD costs $30 nowadays. Snacks are $2 in the vending machine. Phone plans so we could stay connected to our families. They vary in the states. Birthday cards, books. It's hard to stretch $50. It's just not enough
And
Yeah,
to
and
get
is
into
one
any of
thing
one.
I'd
this?
like to add to that
Yeah,
is,
sure, go ahead.
a lot of nursing homes don't pay for TVs even or a phone line in the room. So if we don't have a cell phone, we have to use the nurse's desk to call our families.
Unbelievable. That's, and in fact, my father is in a rehab nursing home right now, and I noticed they do not have landline phones anymore in the nursing home. So is that what you have there? No more landlines there, so you don't have it in the rooms?
There's one by the nurse's station and one in the front office, but it's hard to use those.
Sure, of
Well,
course.
and
And you
try
want the
having a
privacy.
private conversation on them.
Right.
Right.
Right. You want the privacy of time, and you should have the privacy of talking with loved ones, or if you have to call your bank or whatever. That's, you need privacy. And obviously owning a cell phone costs money. There's a monthly amount for that. You now, the way it works, you get your social security check, right? But they extract whatever expenses from that. How does that work when you're a resident of a nursing home?
No, we don't. They take all our Social Security, all the pension funds, everything.
We just
So
get
all we
fifty
have is
dollars.
that
That's it.
$50 a month.
You see, my mouth is open. I guarantee most people don't know that. I guarantee most people do not get that. And I think until you are ready for that, you don't understand. Because I think a lot of people assume, oh, you get Social Security, you get your pension, and you're living in a nursing home. No, I did not realize that. You both have
Yeah,
educated me on that, and that's horrible. Well,
it's
look,
rough.
we're at the top of the hour here, so we're going to wrap this, but not for long. I need to have you both back on. We need to get with the legislators, and we need to work on this, because this is just not fair. Nursing home residents, Ray Sandor, Louis Bonilla, advocates as well. Good luck with your efforts. Come back. We need to stay on this, and we appreciate you coming on this morning.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you for
You bet.
having us.
I appreciate you. That is not the way you should be retired. That is awful.